I planned on starting the show by saying the Panthers played a football game last night. I'm not sure we can call it a football game if we're being honest.
Well, there's that.
The Panthers were on a football field. They were wearing football pads. There was another football team present. And they kept score. I just don't know if in its entirety you could call it a football game.
It resembled one, I guess.
It was a mutual agreement. I think the Panthers and the Patriots mutually agreed to get absolutely nothing out of that preseason game. They walked up, they said, hey, listen, let's just get out of here, right? Let's just get in, get out, get on with life. We can put some things on film, maybe for some of our third, fourth, fifth stringers. And you don't have a fifth string? That's fine. We got extras. You can take some more. Like if there were people switching jerseys at halftime, would we have noticed? Now, I hear the obvious, and I'll say the obvious. They also chose in many ways to prevent catastrophic injuries with a near certainty, right? Their starters were not going to be lost for the season in that game. So they made that choice also. But, right, there's always the but those two teams were amongst the worst in the entire league last year. The Patriots picked third overall. The Panthers should have been picking first overall. They were two of the three worst teams in the league last year. They need to take advantage of every chance to improve and develop their roster, and they sure as heck did not do that last night. I wish I could sit here and Dennis and I could go back and forth about the offense with some kind of definite opinions, right? Some kind of specifics. And maybe we could and maybe we will, right? We can go into Jack Plummer and maybe what lessons he learned and how his night was a bit upended by two drops on the first series that were put kind of on the money, and then from that point on he tumbled off. We could talk about Jack Plummer. Matter of fact, it's kind of what Dave Canales did after the game, right? A lot of guys got good reps, including Plummer.
Oh, I think just valuable reps, right, for these guys. The opportunity to play this many snaps in a preseason game for the guys that were up for this game it's invaluable, and Jack Plummer getting out there, and had a rough night. But it was just it's his first NFL game, and hopefully we'll get to the point where we can show him the film and just kind of show him, hey, man, just trust your preparation, trust your timing from practice, and just to stay composed as the game goes along, because he was able to put a good drive together. But then we had the grounding penalty that kind of kicked us out of that advantageous field position that we had. So I just love the opportunity it gives for a lot of the guys for us to evaluate them.
If Jack Plummer got better and learned lessons tonight, that's great for Jack Plummer, right? If he learned something about getting rid of the ball after play action when he's back there just hanging out. Steve Smith on the broadcast, Steve Smith Sr. on the broadcast said it best. It looked like he was back there waiting for an Uber. If Jack Plummer got better and learned lessons that great, I can't emphasize this enough. The Panthers are hoping Jack Plummer is never, ever, ever a consequential player for the Carolina Panthers. Neither team used that game for something of substance this year. Neither team. Why are we playing preseason games if that's how you're going to treat it? Now, if you were a team that was great last year and you're like a finished product, fine, right? You want to be like imagine week one is a test, okay? If you're a straight A student, turn your test in early, right? I'm done.
Yeah, paper's done. Here it is.
I know the test's not till Thursday. Can I just finish it on Monday? Because I got things to do the rest of the week. If you're a straight A student, go ahead. If you're the Chiefs, if you're the Niners, go ahead. If you're flunking, which is what both of these teams did last year. Hey, can I get a mock test? Can I get a pre-test? Can I get the study guide? What can I get? That's what last night could have been, and they just didn't take advantage of it. Now, I mean, I joked about it yesterday, but now I'm no longer joking. Playbook was vanilla, right? They weren't going to show anything. They didn't have the players out there to execute anything more complicated.
That word again.
What do you want me to do? I got to call it. Is there a synonym for vanilla we can use so it doesn't invoke the reactions from last year?
Can we say bland?
Bland? Sure.
Because vanilla is a flavor. At least gives me something.
Yeah, that's true. A little vanilla extract in there. Are we baking?
Yeah, we are.
All right, we'll say it's bland. It was bland offensively and executed poorly. And I can't even be mad about that for the players because I'm not sure the players in there should have been expected to do more, especially in the second half. Am I mad that, I don't know, Jake Luton? He actually looked halfway decent.
Yeah, he actually did. I was like, okay.
Can I be mad that offensive lineman, they were down to 5 healthy offensive linemen by the end of the game? The last 5 on their roster. It's not like they were the starters. They were down to literally the bottom 5 on their roster as far as healthy offensive linemen go.
Just about.
And I'm supposed to sit here and go, how are you not protecting the quarterback? Now, there's a world where teams are good enough to replace a few, right? Hey, we lost our guard. Let's put in a backup guard, and you can hide that. There's not many teams out there in the NFL that are like, I can roll out my straight second unit, third unit, second and a half unit, whatever you want to call it, and give enough time for undrafted rookie free agent to figure out what he's looking at. Dave Canales talked about how it's good reps for himself as a coach because, again, like I pointed out this week, this was also the first time Dave Canales was wearing the head coach headset.
And just all in all, just for me, it was just a great opportunity to be able to talk to the coaches, talk to the officials, kind of have those conversations. We had a chance to replay one, which George Lee upstairs helping me with that was great. And it was just great reps for me to just get the flow of how the communication happens and being able to work all through that.
I don't even think Canales could really get good reps, and as a coach, and here's why. Half of being a head coach is situational awareness, right? Not only are you calling plays, you're also thinking, all right, on this 3rd and 6, if we pick up 4, do I want to go for it on 4th down? Because as soon as that play is down, you have to be letting either the punt unit go out or you have to be telling the offense to stay out. It has to be quick. And that was never a decision last night. Do you know why? Because is there any tough 4th down decisions when your quarterback takes a bad sack on 3rd down?
Not really.
No. Do you have any tough decisions when it's obvious the team isn't suited to make plays? Are you going to leave an offense out there that's at one point in time has significantly more penalty yards than pass yards to go for it on a 4th and 8? Or on 3rd and 14, right? As the play caller, are you going, all right, I just need to play to make this close, right? Or do you trust Jack Plummer to throw it downfield for a 17-yard gain? All of these questions are just obvious answers. Part of being a head coach is making the tough decisions when you have players out there you don't trust that aren't playing extremely well, and that's a nice way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
Every question is an easy answer. Hey, Coach, can we trust Jack Plummer to? No.
No.
Hey, Coach, it's 3rd and 6. Do I have actually he would be asking himself this. Can I play for 2 here? Do I have 2 plays to get the first? Heck no. We're punting if it's 4th and 3.
I do know like that final drive that they had late, they picked up a 4th down, which was like, okay, you kind of went 2-minute mode here. All right, it makes sense.
I said on Twitter last night that the final score was Panthers irrelevant to Patriots nobody cares.
Yeah.
I think in the 4th quarter, that's even more. I don't even know if you can get more aggressive than that.
Yeah.
That's by the way, like I said, Jake Luton looked good. There's tiny little silver linings that we can discuss, and we probably will. That the 4th quarter, sure, I'll give it to you. But I don't think that is like, oh great, he made an awesome 4th down decision. He won a challenge, by the way.
He did.
That might be the best rep that he got was he won a challenge.
Yeah, that's something he mentioned. He's like, hey, we got a chance to go through that process of video review and all those kinds of things. Like, all right.
That's fantastic. I'm not
Good.
even fantastic might be a little over the top. But I'm not joking. That's a good rep for him. I just think the more difficult part of being a head coach was taken out of his hands last night because he chose, right? They chose as a team 33 starters or 33 players were not going to be active. I would be a little concerned if I were Jonathon Mingo or Dane Jackson because both offense and defense had one player listed as a starter active in that game. It was Jonathon Mingo and it was Dane Jackson. Wouldn't think you have a firm grasp on your starting role if you were out there last night.
Keep practicing.
Keep practicing. Yeah, well, Mingo's apparently a great practicer. It's the games that trip him up.
Yeah, there's that.